taking $1 million to establish the Pyramid Equity Project. And this is going to provide technical assistance to early learning educators and ensure our youngest learners are supported and nurtured. You all know that we've been very concerned about the expulsion and suspension in early childhood. The data on that is terrible, that 3- and 4-year-old kids are being denied services in a child care center or in a pre-K program because of maybe they're acting out or they just don't fit in. And you can imagine how horrible the parents feel. So we are very concerned about that. So this is one effort that we're making toward that. So we're going to be working in partnership, of course, with our preschool development grant program, because that is the funding that this is coming from. And we're going to work in collaboration with Clifton Early Learning Academy in Clifton, New Jersey. Who's from New Jersey? So we're excited, thank you all. One of your programs is going to be involved. And the Cambridge Early Learning Center in Antioch, Tennessee. Who's here from Tennessee? So great, we appreciate all the good work you all are doing. And what we're going to be doing in those programs is working with them to address the issues of implicit bias and uneven implementation of discipline, including expulsions and suspensions in our early learning programs. Obviously, that we're doing this in collaboration with our Office of Special Ed and HHS, because HHS runs the Preschool Development Grant Program with Ed, and we are trying very hard at Ed to show you that special education and regular education really do want to work together, and that we view these kids as all of our kids, and we really want to work. So Ruth is going to provide a few more details about the initiative, because it was her staff that had this great idea. We obviously recognize that it was a great idea, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about some of the other initiatives.
And I'm actually going to stay here, so we're not jumping up and down, and I apologize to the people over there that we can't see. You know, when you look at the data around suspensions and expulsions of preschool kids, they're really kind of shocking. We know that 6,700 children attending public preschool were suspended at least once in 2013-14, and we know that the long-term impact of even one suspension or expulsion is, you know, reducing the likelihood that a child is going to graduate from high school with a regular diploma, that they're going to be increases the likelihood that they're going to be retained, and just the long-term outcomes are really poor. Wild boys represent 54% of preschool enrollment. They represent 78% of preschool children receiving one or more out-of-school suspension. That's really meaningful for me because I have 3 grandsons, 7, 4, and 16 months, and my youngest grandson almost got kicked out of childcare because he was babbling too much and keeping the other babies from sleeping. So these are really, they're all good boys. And I think even more shocking is black boys are disproportionately suspended. They represent 19% of the male preschool population enrollment, and they represent 45% of male preschool children receiving one or more out of school suspensions. So, you know, these are from our most recent civil rights data collection, and they're really pretty shocking. So we're very excited about this project. It's going through our Positive Behavior Interventions and Support Center, which is at the University of Oregon, and in collaboration with the University of South Florida and the University of Colorado at Denver. And the ability to coordinate with our colleagues in the Office of Early Learning and at HHS in this program, I think, is even more meaningful, because we will be able to really spread the knowledge that we are receiving, and the whole focus of the project is going to be to develop tools, materials, and procedures to address, as Libby said, implicit bias, and implement culturally responsive practices. So it fits in so well with Secretary King's initiatives around equity, which is a major thrust of the work that we are doing in the department now. So we're really excited to be partners in this project.
Great, thank you, Ruth. So I'm going to run through about 4 initiatives